What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is We Game, the only gaming series that still looks pretty good on your bent-up iPhone. Last episode, we talked quite a bit about Destiny and the things that they had done wrong, most notably the loot system, which seemed to be frustrating players, and there's been a lot of developments since then. Some players discovered the most reliable way to get loot in the game with the least amount of frustration was simply to stand in front of a low-level cave and shoot into it as monsters auto-generated. These monsters dropped fair loots, even blue engrams, and in some cases, purple engrams, and this turns out to be a much quicker process than actually playing the game as intended. Now, you might presume that the developers saw this happening and decided that they would need to hotfix the loot tables to try to make things a little more fair, but you would actually be absolutely incorrect. There was a hotfix. It just disabled the loot cave, the monsters that spawned in it, and most of the loot that they would drop anyways. Well, that's one way to handle it, guys. Rather than go back to grinding the way that Bungie wants people to grind for little to no reward, players actually found a brand new loot cave that allowed you to do the exact same thing with just as little effort for the exact same rewards. This, of course, begs the question, why are players preferring to play this way? It all comes down to a very common mistake that a lot of developers make. The time investment is simply not worth the rewards that you get. The rewards are just not that interesting, and no one wants to grind that long for it. And the fact that a purple engram can turn out to be a green piece of crap really just adds insult to injury. According to the official Destiny blog, though, developers have made some big changes that'll come in 1.02 that'll make the game more rewarding, less grindy, and a lot more fun to play. To make things a little worse for the developers at Bungie, by the way, it turns out that there has been a huge leak from an in-game bug that allows people to get an idea of what future content for Destiny may hold. These leaks detail some of the future strikes, some of the future story missions, and some of the future raids, and all of this stuff was found on the disc. Now, in much happier news, Hyrule Warriors launched for the Wii U last week, and it is turning out to be my favorite game on the Wii U. In fact, I think I love it. But there is one bad piece of news to report. Nintendo has decided to finally start really raking in the rupees by adding Day 1 DLC to Hyrule Warriors. Now, while it's easy to assume that this means Nintendo has just joined the dark side and learned to monetize their games, I think it's actually pretty fair. This DLC is more of a season pass, and it is very reasonably priced, and it includes and promises a lot of content. This is no horse armor. You're actually going to get a real horse. You're going to get Epona in the first content pack. I still hate DLC as much as I ever have, but the truth of the matter is Nintendo does it right, and I think they're doing it right here, and hopefully if they do it with Smash Bros., they'll do it right there. They are setting a precedence that the rest of the industry should follow, and if they do, I think we can all finally embrace DLC with open arms. And finally, two big games launched this week: Forza Horizons 2, the open-world Forza game, and Middle-earth Shadows of Mordor, and I'm curious which of these games you're picking up, if either, or maybe both. I'm super excited to announce that I worked out a deal that is going to allow me to upload gameplay of Shadow of Mordor, so you can watch me play and get an idea whether or not this is the kind of game you would be interested in purchasing. I'll also be streaming it several nights this week on Twitch. I hope you guys come out and watch. But one thing is for certain, we've absolutely entered video game season right now. There are brand new games coming out left and right. There's great options for every type of gamer, whether you're a console gamer, PS4, Xbox One, PC, whatever you play, right now is a great time to be a gamer. Unless, of course, you're a YouTuber who has to play all these games so they can talk about them on his news channel, then it's really exhausting. Hey guys, I love so much when you watch this show, and I hope that I'm doing a great job. Please let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll talk with you soon. And fuck Grey's Anatomy.